Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another Supatease video. And with this one, we are going to be covering the Marksmanship Hunter in Dragonflight. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the, well... Oh my god. Actually, the dot's kind of hard. 1k? That's like my Stampede. Wait, do you guys think I can kill him with Stampede? You think he'll just die to that? He just walks out of it! Look how bad this thing is! Oh... Yeah, so you can see there's a lot to talk about with the Marksmanship Hunter. I want to talk about vibe. I want to go over the talents, what you should expect for it. Is it something that you should be interested in? The Hunter archetype in any fantasy game, fulfilling that role of Legolas, is something that's always been very attractive to me. So it's a specialization that I do often pick up and hold close to my heart. So I do want it to be a really cool and awesome spec moving forward into Dragonflight, but there are some serious concerns. It would be important to note at this time that this talent tree we are looking at is about to be iterated on, so I won't be focusing too much on those flaws. I'll be focusing on the flaws potentially moving after that, because things like double tap being at the bottom of a bunch of AoE talents on the MM tree is going to get moved, so it makes more sense with single target options. But the one thing that I've noticed immediately with the Hunter specific talent tree is that the left side is Marksmanship, which is focused on Beast Mastery talents. They're going to be moving Scare Beast off to the side so that you can get that utility without having to go through a bunch of throughput options. But regardless of that, a lot of these Beast Mastery oriented spells are classically Beast Mastery oriented spells like Kill Command. I'm just not sure how they're intending to fit into Marksmanship because they don't have any other interactions with your other Hunter spells. When I press Aim Shot, I'm empowering my Arcane Shot. There's just interactions between the kit of spells, whereas Kill Command's just an extra ability that does damage with no interaction with the kit, and pretty much everything has to do with your pet and Kill Command. And then you get like this really big trap talent at the bottom called Stampede, which, I mean, we just saw in the clip. It's just not ideal. A 2-minute cooldown, it's going to be doing pathetically low damage. So for the most part, like going down this left side was just very unimpressive. Whereas towards the right side, it felt fine for Marksmanship Hunter, getting kill shot, critical strike damage, getting trank shot back, going after some utility spells like Scatter Shot or Binding Shot, which is maybe a bit of a letdown because previously you could get both of these spells in Shadowlands. Now you're going to have to choose between them. And then things like Explosive Trap and Intimidation. You're going to be gaining access to Intimidation as Marksmanship, which will be nice for landing Freezing Traps in PvP. But to get it, you're going to be losing the option to get your Knockback Trap, which was just a super fun spell. I can think back to Mists of Pandaria of knocking people off the wall with the PvP vendors and stuff. So it's kind of like a plus, but at the same time. You're going to get new tools in your talent tree to try and protect your pet with Misdirect, providing 90% damage reduction to your pet. So if you want some sort of like pet protection build, if you're expecting people to be killing that off, you're going to be able to get access to that. As we get towards the bottom of the tree, you're going to see things like Steel Trap, which is going to be really powerful for just crowd controlling and getting enemy attackers off of yourself. And they decided to go with Death Chakram out of all the Shadowlands abilities. I don't see any Flayed Shots. I don't see any Resonating Arrows. They didn't go with the Night Fae kind of fairy circle on the ground either. Death Chakram works well with Marksmanship, but I am going to miss the Resonating Arrow. And also towards the bottom end, you're going to be able to go after Explosive Shot. Some new talents on the Hunter tree are things like getting access to Viper's Venom, which is Aim Shot has a chance to make your next Serpent Sting cost no focus, deal additional damage, as well as Latent Poison Injectors for Marksmanship. Serpent Sting's damage applies latent poison to the target, stacking up to 10 times. Your Aim Shot will consume all of these stacks, dealing nature damage per stack. So stacking everything into your Aim Shot for single target burst can be really powerful. And what I'm thinking is likely going to be the direction that you want to go is getting modifiers towards buffing your aim shots similar to Shadowlands. And that was kind of the vibe that I got, that it's basically just Shadowlands Hunter moving forward, except you can get Intimidation stun now. I like that they brought Surging Shots forward. This was a really fun legendary from Shadowlands, Rapid Fire dealing more damage, and your aim shot has a chance to reset the chance of Rapid Fire, so just constantly being able to pew them around the map and doing high damage. Very fun effect to be carrying forward into the next expansion. As we get back to the bottom of the tree, we can see talents like the Wailing Arrow, which is similar to the legendary bow from Sylvanas. It's going to be a cast blasted ability, which does about as much damage as an aimed shot, as well as some AoE, and it's going to silence targets for 5 seconds. But unfortunately, with some of the footage that I've gotten here, you'll see possibly what's wrong. Just pressing this, I screw him over. Oh wait, it's not silenced. Is that a bug? Does it not silence players? Wait, is that a bug? As you can see, it doesn't currently silence players, similar to the legendary effect. So I don't know if that's going to be patched in at a later time. It does, unfortunately, overlap with a PvP talent, PvP situations that already silences for you, being the Chimeral Sting. So might be a bit of an overlap. And one of the most kind of let down ones is the Legacy of the Windrunners, which is what I was expecting or anticipating to be similar to the Legion ability when you had that gust of wind on the ground, but they're going to be reducing the amount of talents to get access to this, because with 5 it was honestly a meme. Basically you put 5 talents into this and it's like something like an extra 2,000 to 3,000 damage on your aim shot. It really lackluster for it being kind of a capstone end game thing. The fact that they've tied the Windrunner's name into it, I was really anticipating this to be powerful, and it just did not hit the mark for me, honestly, and I'm not sure if it will hit the mark even after they change it down to 3 points. So it was a bit disappointing in that sense. It's definitely not as expansive or experimental as the Rogue talent tree, and I'll have that linked in a video at the end here. It seems like they just took like a kind of a safe route, took some of the pre-existing fun things about Marksmanship Hunter and then extended them over. But if you're expecting this kind of like fully fleshed out new experience, I really don't think that's what you're going to get with it at the moment. Maybe that changes. And again, if you want to stay up to date with that type of news and that type of coverage, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, as I'm doing my best to bring this information to you in real time. I want this to be as genuine and impactful to help you make your choice moving forward into the next expansion. I did have some fun in duels with it. It's still a high-powered, just destroy your opponent type of class, and I can cover that here with this. You'll see how much damage you're really able to get out. I hit him so fast. Oh my god, wait a minute. I can one-shot him so fast. Oh, whoa, chill, bro.
I need to target something first.
Trying to punch him. Oh. Cancel kill. So as you can see, very similar vibe to Shadowlands with the Death Chakrams, explosive shots going off, and massive aimed shot damage moving into the next expansion. So if you liked that playstyle from Shadowlands, I think you're more than certainly going to like Marksmanship Hunter moving into Dragonflight. Just the big negatives for me is that there's not really a lot of interesting interactions between kind of the classical Beast Mastery options in the Hunter tree over into the Hunter spec, and they honestly feel more or less like trap talents to go down the left side. And then the new and exciting things are either currently just need to be updated to silence players, or just kind of very boring little extra damage points comparatively to what some other specializations are getting, like Outlaw with Shadow Dance. Just feels a lot more crazy. But regardless, if you like that Shadowlands experience, you will like the Dragonflight one, and that's my initial coverage here for the Marksmanship Hunter. If you like the video, please leave it a thumbs up and comment down below with your thoughts on Marksmanship Hunter. Is this the experience that you're looking for? What would you rather see with the specialization, so we can gather as much feedback as possible to make this the best experience, the best expansion we've ever seen. Aside from that, thank you once again, and I will see you in the next video.